early stage with that gold lane pressure. But we're going to jump in straight to the drafts for game number 2. Argentina should be on the red side this time. Should be a swap. And there it is. Philippines on the blue side. And this is where we can see Philippines start to punish Argentina with the drafts. Banning out the Fanny first. So you can see the instant respect given over from Philippines to Argentina.
Yep, and now we are going to see a respect ban from Fanny for Fanny's in the hand of Philippines here. I could say that Jotan almost though, actually almost can shut down all of the members from Philippines with this Fanny because of, with the cutthroat and also the steel cable. But I just feel that maybe it's not because of the Hayabusa, right? Because Jordan is just more comfortable with this Hayabusa pick. But after it got banned from Philippines in the first game, he just maybe way more cautious with this Fanny. But it's still a threat for Philippines, so they just ban it out. Meanwhile, Argentina, they got no choice. They have to ban out this Joy as the Philippines gonna be the first pick for this game.
The respect again given over to Argentina with that Atlas for Erwin. We saw Atlas pop off on the hands of Erwin. We saw the Kadita as well, and these might actually be the next few bans as well. Philippines are opting to go for a very full respect ban heavy banning phase. And you can see Argentina are following through again. The last game, they banned out that Benedetta, the Farsa, and the Valentina on first pick side. This time, they're opting to go for the Joy first, obviously, because when Philippines have the first pick, when you're in the red side, you need to ban that Joy. The Joy has been absolutely, disgusting. Honestly, looking at that hero against Malaysia, on the hands of Deja, it was lethal. And with the Faramis banned out from Philippines, we're now going to take a look at Argentina with that final ban. I do feel like this time we might just see another Farsa ban. You know, the Leomord, the Kaja could actually come through as well. That's another hero that's been super solid in the Iesf meta.
I think it's going to be Kaja, or if they ban out that Valentina, I think they just contest the Kaja here with... I think it's gonna be Valentina ban out, Joy Kaja. Hayabusa could be the prior pick for Argentina if they want to. And we also have this 1-1 open. So 1-1 and also Kaja.
Even Diggy.
Even Diggy, but I think Diggy is not a prior pick for Valentina. Maybe for Argentina, right? So if Philippines, they want to take this Kaja, Argentina, they could get 2 OP heroes such as Kaja, and also if they want DG. But it's not going to be Kaja. It's going to be 1-1 for Philippines.
For the first pick, 1-1, leaving over the Diggy a counter towards the 1-1 to the hands of Argentina. And this can be the choice now for Argentina. We did see them first pick the Diggy in game number 1. Now they can go and try to do the same thing. Honestly, the drafts were pretty solid for Argentina, and they can actually just go for this Diggy first pick, maybe followed up with the hero that you mentioned, the Hayabusa. A comfort pick for Jotun, a pocket pick for him. We've seen him find the most success on that Hayabusa, so I think Argentina might want to pick it up for themselves here. But honestly, Argentina, knowing that that Del Rosario from Philippines hasn't really picked up any of these assassins, I think it's wiser for Argentina to just let that go first. Pick up the Kaja and the Lapu, and that's exactly what they do here. Kaja, that can be flexed all around in that Lapu. A solid presence in the XP lane. Philippines, though, early hovering over a few unique heroes from the Zilong to the Gushin. And it's... I thought it was picked. I thought they locked it in.
No. Okay, but I think it's still a shadow pick for Philippines. They are able to get this Farsia as well if they want to in their hand of Imam. Or maybe another Estes here. But Diggy, I think it's going to be the next prio for Philippines here. Iesf and Diggy.
Iesf and Diggy.
Even though the Divine Judgment cannot be cancelled by the time journey, but at least it can help. It could save Philippines here from the Breathers fighter coming from this Lapu-Lapu.
It's also just a solid pickup, right? Because it does seem like Philippines with this composition now, they are leaning towards a front to back. Meanwhile, Argentina with the Lapu, technically, it's still a good mix for Argentina right now. It's not too one-sided in terms of that win condition. They can still dive with that Lapu. They can go for the picks with the Kaja. And obviously, they can front to back with the damage provided by the Beatrix. But now we are entering the second phase with Argentina banning out that Fredrin instantly. 200,000 damage taken, man. It's definitely a hero that's super hard to kill.
Super
and with
tanky.
this composition, it's going to be even tougher to kill, right? We'll see once again that Hayabusa is still going to be respected by Philippines, knowing that they are going to be clumping up together. A hero like Hayabusa that can threaten that side lane push, that split push, is going to be so threatening to Philippines.
Okay, and now there's gonna be a Akai band coming from Argentina here. Because Philippines, what hero they will pick for the jungler? It could be Gashion, it could be Amon, if they want to. If they want to play some burst damage here.
For Argentina?
No, for Philippines. I think it could be Ling as well, if they want to.
Knowing Del Rosario, honestly, those three heroes don't come up to mind.
I think he's just like, you know, fighters
utility,
type, something
tank,
like
junglers,
this, right? Yeah.
The Fredrin we saw in Philippines, he really liked to play the Barats, right?
Barats,
We saw the Granger
Oh,
even.
yeah, it reminds me with the, maybe, like you say, two marksmen.
Two marksmen. We saw the Granger
A
a few days back up against Slovenia.
Slovenia, yeah.
Philippines were able to pull the Granger off, and maybe they might go for it again here up against Argentina. But first, we're going to take a look at the first pick for Argentina. Currently, it does feel like they are lacking a bit more burst damage or just some magical damage to help out, because it feels like the Kaja will go for a tank build as usual. So they pick up another solid hero, and now you can really see Argentina's composition come through. This front-to-back, pure front-to-back composition to answer to Philippines' full front-to-back as well.
Oh my God. Okay.
The Bane was hovered over. It was a signature pick as well for Del Rosario a year ago.
It reminds me of MSC, is it? I think it's MSC.
Yeah, MSC, when the Faramis Bane combo to end the game was just absolutely broken. But the Barats, as I mentioned, is going to be hovered over by Philippines. And Dapadop is actually, flexing a bit here with his hero pool. Yuzong, Paquito. Paquito worked out in game 1 up against Alapu, who can certainly work out here, and they decide to lock it in. I think the Barats works very well. Oh my goodness, we might see something different though, and they lock in the Guinevere last second for Philippines. The Ziggy, Guinevere, this is a pure front to back, but they've mixed in a lot of good dive, a lot of CC into their composition to face off against Argentina. Because Philippines noticed that, hey, Argentina have the Beatrix, have the Sicilian with a solid front line that they already have on the Lapu and Kaja. It's going to be very hard for a Barats to actually penetrate that front line. So that's your answer. The Guinevere makes perfect sense to dive into that back line.
Yeah, but the problem from Argentina is how this Kaja plays, though, with the Divine Judgment, with all the rotation here, they just...
Yeah, that's the sound effect. Right, the Divine Judgment. No, it doesn't sound like that at all.
It doesn't sound like that, actually.
No, not at all.
But yeah.
It's close, no? No, not even close.
Oh! Wait.
It's a Granger jungle. They're pulling it off Argentina. We saw it from the Philippines. Argentina are picking it up, saying that, hey, we will try to replicate your success on the Granger.
Oh my holy moly.
Holy moly indeed.
This meta, 2 marksmen, Argentina. Yes, Granger, they has this, maybe I can say massive basic damage in the early here. But the problem is, Philippines, they cannot drag this game more into the late game. They have to play quite maybe early into the mid game. If they bring this late game composition into the hand of Argentina, I think Philippines still able to hold, but maybe so hard to turn back the table.
Oh, it's going to be very tough for Philippines, right? If it does go, if the game goes as long as game 1, Sicilian, Beatrix, Granger, all these 3 heroes are going to be scaling up like a monster with Lapu as well, but we'll see. Philippines has a chance to control the early game as we jump into the Land of Dawn for game number 2. Philippines as well have the chance to go for a 2-0 clean sweep up against Argentina. We're trying their best to look for an equalizer here in game 2. Jotun on the orange buff. Del Rosario on the purple. As you can see, Del Rosario rotate very fast into the enemy jungle, invading already and stealing away. Nope, not able to steal it away, but he is able to actually bait out the retribution from Jotun. That can be a mistake. Del Rosario can start to rotate around towards the purple buff with the help of Imam as well. They picked up the Lethal Wanderer, and Del Rosario is looking for it now, looking for the steal. But decides to back off for now. Not really going to risk it early on, and it is just both of the teams playing pretty passively. Bless you, Momo-chan.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay, and Top Up here tries so hard to win the lane against Lapu Lapu. We know how strong Lapu Lapu after getting buff yesterday. Not actually yesterday, but yeah, Lapu Lapu now is one of the XP hero here. XP hero that are very strong as the front laner, as a burst damager as well. So I think Papado could be a disaster for Philippines. Meanwhile, some of time journey comes in, not yet, but the reverse time has been connected to Erwin and Del Rosario, and there's a good first blood that comes from Iesf, but Imam finally he succeeded to make the trade with the Iesf. So it's still an advantage for Philippines.
Yeah, I'd say that as well here, but Papa Dog is absolutely not having a good time in that XP lane up against a Paquito who's able to just zone him completely from time and time again. But in that gold lane, I agree with you, it was definitely worth it for Philippines. And the turtle side, though, is going to be the Retribution battle. A very good knockout strike from Dapadop to stop this turtle take. And that's Philippines picking up the turtle. And everything in the early game is going towards Philippines. Argentina, Civ lost so much HP and a lot of gold. Meteoro going to be solo killed by just a real-world manipulation. And this is an orange buff taken by Del Rosario, stolen away from Argentina.
Meanwhile, now Jotun still not trying maybe to find more items for the damage here for this Granger. But at the top lane, there's very, intense team fight between Papadok and also the Padap. I just feel somehow it's getting personal.
Ooh. Is it? Is it getting personal? I don't know. Man.
No, I'm just joking.
It feels like they're just leaning, right? But maybe. We'll see. Last time I saw Dapadop take things personally, it was up against Moba Zane, I believe, at M3.
Yeah?
He just completely went for him. He just chased him down like it was nothing. Even though the whole team helped Moba Zane's appeal to cover, doesn't matter. Dapadop just finds a way in.
I mean, the heroes. It's very personal,
A boxer versus a swordsman. Yeah, that's personal.
Okay. And now, Erwin trying to babysit the Iesf again and again. It makes Villa Luna also almost need to do the same thing over and over again. The first time jumps in with the alarm bomb, and Luciano can get that kills very easy.
Erwin too, gonna be fallen here, even though he is able to survive. He used that flicker, and that's, again, that divine judgment that won't really be a threat early on without that flicker. Philippines completely controlling the game the first 4 minutes here. That's gonna be Del Rosario jumping in onto Meteoro, dealing so much damage as Imam does have a solid lead. They're already starting to invade the enemy jungle as well. Del Rosario getting some more pressure here to secure that turtle side. Turtle spawning in to the land of Dawn in the 4th minute of the game. It does seem like Dapadop will be caught, has the flicker to get out of the stun. As Jotun tries his best to, again, just farm up. It's so difficult for Jotun to face off against a Guinevere with Demon Slayer early on.
With the Demon Slayer, and now Imam, he cannot clear the minion quite fast. Maybe if you compare to the two marksman composition from Argentina. Maybe he's losing the lane here. But meanwhile, Papadok needs to run away. Oh, really nice juke coming from Dapadop. He saw it coming though.
Happy feet, man. That's Dapadop just showing the class on the Paquito. Back in the Philippines, there's a nickname for Dapadop's Paquito. It's Edward Balboa. And you can see why. The signature pick has just been super good for Dapadop.
Oh, I see. And now, Philippines, they try to play very, very carefully right now. They don't want to make a mistake. Even though they already secured the first point in game number 1, but I just know that they respect all players from Argentina very, very well.
The respect is given, and they're already grouping up here in the mid lane. That's a good Divine Judgment to cancel the Violet Requiem, but it's going to be Wais who finds it. Still, nice. Del Rosario getting Meteoro. Not a kill, though, for now, is Imam. Now this might be personal, Momo-chan.
Wow.
That was a solo ult from Imam, and he's put in a very risky situation. Dapadop as well, jumping in with a knockout strike, almost finding Civ, but Villa Luna will be taken down. Del Rosario backing off, Dapadop as well. They both need to be very cautious when it comes down to the team fights, because Argentina, they're a very good skirmishing team.
Yeah, agree with that. Even though with the one real world manipulation from Imam, shut down this meteor arrow, even though finally Argentina got 2 members from Philippines, but Jotun with the solo kill that's coming from Dapadop. And also 1 bad fist and also the bad impact, Dapadop still able to survive. Woo.
Man, oh man. Dapadop just styling
what is
on his
the
signature.
Where's the nickname?
Edward Balboa.
Edward Balboa. Amazing.
Edward Dapadop.
Top drop.
I called him Pata Pop earlier, like I think in the first match,
Yeah,
because I couldn't see his name on screen. But you know, sometimes you learn from mistakes. In this game, you can see Philippines, they definitely learned from game number 1 after some of the mistakes they made early on. Dapadop again, absolutely styling. You know, he always is just distracting the enemy team, giving the rest of the Filipino members so much room to play around that turtle side.
And it reminds me, the playstyle from the Dapadop is looks like a R7 from Indonesia here, because he likes to do the split push thing, you know, with the 4-and-1 formation. And Dapadop tried so hard to survive. He almost got that Jordan, but it's not succeed because Papadok is there. 1 versus 2 situation, but it will buy a lot of time for Philippines to just giving a split push into the top lane.
Here as well, top side taken down. Now Violet Requiem comboed in with a knock-up. An easy kill for Soriano to pick off. He just had to basic attack there with the CC placed down. And now the tier 2 is going to be sieged by Philippines. As Argentina so far in this game don't really feel like they have had the proper response to these turret takes, these objective control as well from Philippines. Argentina will need to try to slow the game's pace down, because if it continues like this, Philippines might actually be able to end the game before the 12-minute mark.
And now, Dapadop here, trying to make some distraction into the bottom lane. And Philippines, they have to play it maybe not more than 15 minutes game.
Oh man, that Divine Judgment with a combo as well. Soriana going to be taken down by that Brave Spider, but the knockout strike comes in. Dapadop still able to disengage him. Mop looking forward, but Civ follows through. Dapadop running for the hills, goes back in. Civ is still able to find that kill, but it's a 4-for-2 trade for Argentina. The lore spawning in 24 seconds. Out of nowhere, Argentina able to find a winning team fight despite having the goal deficit.
And now it's happening for Argentina. They just won the team fight here. Even though, you know, because of the damage comes from Jotun with this Granger, even positioning is not that safe though, because he is quite exposed. And that's the opportunity for Argentina to shut him down in the 2nd place here, because it's unlucky that Soriano is the first target that to be prior by Argentina.
Oh man, concealed play being started here by Philippines. Right there's Divine Judgment. Will actually be able to find Villa Luna, but the damage won't be enough to take him down. It will be in the end, but Detonata sniping him. Jotun running back. Villa Luna taken down for Papadog, an XP laner for a roamer right now. As Philippines will definitely have a bit of an advantage here in this position with that XP laner down.
But now Philippines, they are able to take this first Lord in a minute number 9. And Argentina, I think the power spike now is happening, right? Because with these two marksman composition, they're able to giving a massive damage towards Philippines. So this is why I say that Philippines cannot drag this game maybe more into the late game composition here. Because Philippines, they don't have enough, maybe they don't have enough damage into going into the late game here. They only need to rely on Zoriano damage. That's it. Or maybe Del Rosario has, but the problem is he is built it into the tank. So play more defensive for Del Rosario.
It's a standard, right, for this roster for Philippines. They really like to just use those two damage dealers. Good read by Del Rosario as he jumps in, finding Erwin there. And it's now going to be a siege down in the mid lane, but back again to my point. Philippines, this roster really likes to play around two damage dealers, and those two damage dealers being the mid lane and the gold lane, but it's going to be Aaron who jumps in with a Divine Judgment, able to find Dapadab, and that's so much damage with Papadog flickering forward. The crossbow tank going to be popped in by Soriano as he's able to find a kill over back again. It's a 1-for-1, still worth it for Philippines.
And now, Philippines, now the Lord is marching down into the top lane here. Meanwhile, Argentina, they can try to defend it because they have this two marksman composition, right? They also have this Arwin with the Divine Judgment. So Philippines, if they want to pick a team fight with Argentina, they have to see where's the positioning from Arwin as well, because Arwin used this flicker, so there might be some surprise initiation, some surprise engagement coming from Arwin with the flicker and Divine Judgment.
Hey, Momo-chan, I'm starting to understand why you said it was personal between Dapadop and Papadog, right?
No,
their names are. Look at that. It's Dapadop versus Papadog.
Yeah, it sounds same, but
Erwin though. Oh, he only got the clone.
This is what I said.
There you go. The bait's in by Del Rosario as Dapadop zones. Argentina back away. Meteoro forced to pop that flicker out of the real world manipulation. And it's the purple buff stolen by Philippines as they wait again, playing in discipline for the next Lord.
They have to clear the lane as soon as possible. So Argentina, they will be busy to clear the lane in the 3 lanes of Argentina because it's only like left a best turret for them. So they have to be careful here. Meanwhile, Philippines need some help from this Lord, from the second Lord here, because they cannot go inside the base of Argentina quite easy here because some of the Kaja presence and also Meteoro and the 2 marksman composition from Argentina, it works now. It's working now.
Oh my God, man! At this point, right?
It could be in anyone's game now.
It could be, right? In terms of the gold lead, Philippines now are only down to a 3,000 gold lead from the initial 7,000 gold lead that they had in the mid stage. Now, we mentioned this in the draft, Momo-chan. If it does go to that late stage, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Philippines to look for an opening. As Papadao jumps in with the Bravest Fighter. Going to be CC, but his stun connects onto Imam. And just like that, Soriano's going to be taken low. Erwin finds the Divine Judgment, suppressing him. And that's the Death Sonata as well. A lot of damage being placed down. And it's a 1-for-1. The roamer for the gold lane. Argentina, again, are able to coin flip back to a lead for themselves. The Lord fight now for Argentina as they're looking to go for it. Del Rosario jumping in. Jotun to be found there. Zaxi Violent Requiem finding 2 members. Jotun brought back, taken down by Villaluna on that alarm bomb. Lord reset, but Philippines have recovered.
And now, without any retribution on Argentina, Philippines, they are able to take this Lord without any hesitation, of course. And it's gonna be in the hand of El Philippine. Meanwhile, Papadok is trying so hard to shut down one member, but it's gonna be a good one real world manipulation that comes from Imam here, and the follow that comes from Depadab. It makes Papadok is able to get shut down in the jungle just now.
Oof, man, what an incredible series of fights there with Argentina earlier just winning it out, but then staying a bit too long. Philippines getting the better of Jotun. And I think Jotun here needs to be very careful. He's playing like an assassin in these bushes, trying to look for those ambushes as a Granger, though. Once he gets caught like that against Del Rosario, once he gets knocked up, it's almost impossible for a Granger with Retribution to get out, right? You don't really have a lot of defense. The only defensive mobility resource is your dash.
Agree with that. And so this is why maybe Argentina, they are not that comfortable with these two marksman pick. But if we talk about the damage state here, Argentina has more advantage if you compare to Philippines draw pick here.
Well, let's see. Top side with the enhanced lore to be barged in. There's Papadog. Gets taken super low from Villa Luna, I guess. Those alarm bombs are doing work. Bad impacts now from Meteoro, just trying his best to play with his high ground. Del Rosario trying to zone Argentina out, but it is going to be 2 base turrets taken out. Bottom side going to be targeted now by Philippines, and that's 3 base turrets with no trades whatsoever from Argentina. An amazing siege from Philippines.
And now it's going to be another things for Argentina right now, because Philippines, they have to, they will play it more discipline here, because like I said it earlier, because they have this 2 marksman composition, it's not easy for Philippines as well. Look at the gold coming from this Jatan with the 10k gold, and also the endless battle with the Malefic Roar and the Hunter Strike. So actually he already has the edge of penetration, but the problem is he needed breastplate just for the defensive, just want to make sure that he's not get shut down very easy, because he have this one item, right, the defensive item. But the problem is he needs a Sif, maybe he needs Sif health here. With the 243 KDA Sif, it's not easy for him as well, because he knows Del Rosario can just anyhow jumps in with the Violet Requiem, and there's gonna be another knock-up follow-up coming from Dapadap. And Villa Luna, as the time journeys pop up from Villa Luna, Papadok is not very easy as well to pop up that Braver Fighter. So Argentina, they have to force Villa Luna to use that time journey. So after the time journey is being used by Villa Luna, Argentina can all just pop up all the CC that they have.
They need to go for the prolonged fights,
but
right?
The problem is, look at that, the poke damage coming from Philippines towards the Papadok, it makes him need to go back now.
Oh no, Dapadab though, in that top lane, going to be caught by the Divine Judgment, is able to maneuver himself out for a bit. It's a bait over for the rest of the Filipino team to take that Enhanced Lord. They're able to secure it, but with 1 member down now, it does feel like, again, it's still worth it for Philippines, because Dapadab's going to be respawning in a bit, right on cue with the Lord if they take it slow. Meanwhile, for Argentina, they got a kill over to Dapadab, who doesn't have a shutdown, so there's not much gold that they can actually get from that. But like you mentioned, Momo-chan, these alarm bombs placed in by Venus, by Villa Luna, has been so painful. The frontliner's been taking a whole lot of damage here. I think he's been chunked down to a quarter of his HP almost every single time he opens up the map.
Look at that. Look at the high ground defense that Argentina has right now with the 2 marksmen, and of course with the Meteoro as the late competition, late insurance for Argentina with the Sicilian. He already has enough damage though. So if Argentina, they want to force or maybe do some engage towards the team fight with Philippines, I think they are able to do it. But the problem is how to shut down Soriano in the backline.
Well, I think right now, the main concern for Argentina is, yeah, you're right, Soriano. Right? If
or maybe
Erwin can find a Divine Judgment onto Soriano, that's...
Use the, the surprise initiation coming from Erwin with the Flicker and also the Divine Judgment. Maybe it will work for Philippines.
Maybe it will here. In the 18th minute of the game, it does feel like we are entering slowly but surely into that late stage, with both teams only having, well, with Philippines only having a 2,000 gold lead. This would mean that Argentina will have caught up in items and even in XP with every single member at level 15. We said it in the drafts, Momo-chan. Late game, it will definitely favor Argentina with Sicilian, Granger, and Beatrix all scaling to be absolute monsters. From the side of Philippines, they do still have that late game pressure. They still have that Wan and the Iesf, but Sicilian scales forever, stacks forever. So the longer the game goes, the stronger Meteoro is going to be on the Sicilian. And both teams are just playing it safely, waiting for that Lord. No real threat right now. Erwin jumping back away. That reverse time in the back, forcing the Flicker out, and here it is. That's going to be the fight. Imam taken low. Erwin going to be caught again. Still able to dash out. As Erwin gets out, it's going to be Jotun who tries his best to clear out that mid lane. Jotun going to be chased down. That's the alarm bombs connecting. So much HP taken out of him. Erwin still has the Divine Judgment, will opt to just back away as he's at low HP.
With the impure rates from Villa Luna, one alarm boom can giving a lot of pressure for Papadok or even for Erwin here.
These alarm bombs are disgusting, man. It's crazy.
Absolutely painful.
I think he has a Genius Wand. I really wonder what items he has here. I think it's
definitely
gonna
be a fine
Genius
glaive,
Wand, glowing wand?
or maybe a holy crystal. We don't know.
Oh, maybe, you know, usually.
But the problem is because he used that impurates, right?
Yeah. Usually as a roamer though, we only see like a Genius Wand and a Divine Glaive. Papadog though, opening up the map, finding Imam there, but it's a solo kill.
What?
Dapadog finding the kill with the help of Imam right now. Popped in by Papadog, but he's all alone. He pops into Winner's Truncheon just to buy a little bit more time, but it's all for naught as Argentina, the rest of the members are still in that purple buff. It does seem like Philippines will be able to. Usually as a roamer though, we only see like a Genius Wand and a Divine Glaive. Papadog though, opening up the map, finding Imam there, but it's a solo kill.
What?
Dapadog finding the kill with the help of Imam right now. The Bravest Spider is popped in by Papadog, but he's all alone. He pops into Winner's Truncheon just to buy a little bit more time, but it's all for naught as Argentina, the rest of the members are still in that purple buff. It does seem like Philippines will be able to go for this Evolved Lord for free. No contest possible for Argentina.
And even though with the purple buff in the hand of Meteor, the problem is 2 members down from Argentina, left 3 members who need to defend the base now. And Del Rosario, I think they need some help. Yeah, I think they need to get this Lord as soon as possible, even though Papadok still need like 11, 15 seconds to show up. But the problem is Dapadab with the distraction in the top lane here, trying to make some split push initiation towards the Philippine side, and now the Lord is already marching down as well. There's no time journey for Villa Luna, but it's okay as long as there's a no one that Sonata as well from Jaron, because he just used it to just giving a damage towards Villa Luna.
Violet Requiem missing there. That's going to be Erwin finding the Divine Judgment onto the real world inflation that's comboed in. But look at a knockout strike from Dapadop. He's taken very low. No one's able to hit onto that base. Soriano pops in across Tang. Translated over towards the other members, but the Winner's Truncheon is there. But Soriano doesn't care. Jumps in towards the base, finishing the game and ending it 2-0, sending Argentina home.
Wow,